Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. If you're new here, my name is Maria. I do DIYs, hauls, reviews and more. So if you love to craft and do budget friendly home decor, you should definitely subscribe and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time I upload. In today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys some Dollar Tree DIYs. I absolutely love how every single one turned out. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video and now let's craft. For my first DIY, I will be using the metal signs that Dollar Tree is carrying right now, as well as these decor long signs and another sign. This is actually from the summer. I ended up changing it to one from Easter because it was a little bit wider. The first thing I will be doing is removing the tags. Using my Waverly chalk paint in white, I will be giving this sign one coat of paint. I will be making some faux wood planks and I'm using this decor sign and a brown marker. Using a stipple paintbrush and the Waverly Antique Wax, I'm going to distress all the edges and dry paint the rest of the sign to look more rustic and old. I will be using the Harvest metal sign out of this Dollar Tree pack, and I'm tracing it instead of gluing this metal sign. That is because I only grabbed one pack, and like that, if I want to use this Harvest sign in a different DIY, I can. I mix burnt umber and jet black to paint the word Harvest. I'm going to put this to the side and work on the little basket, and for the basket I'm using these two decor signs. These are from Dollar Tree. These were actually sent to me by my beautiful friend Fanny by Creations by Fabi. I will be removing the hooks and adding them to one on each side. Like that, it's easier for me to glue the other one on top. Once they were added together, you can still see some white, and that is because they didn't put the paper right on these signs, and I did love the wood color it had, so I'm going to try to recreate it. And I will be using the Waverly chalk paint in hazelnut to paint the bottom, and then on the sides I did give it a light coat. I let that dry, and then I use the Waverly Antique Wax to dry paint this, and like that it's going to almost give it the exact same look it had before. I didn't want to waste the mixture I made because I did have some left over, so I am adding it to this. I am distressing the edges and dry painting it a little bit. Once everything's nice and dry, I will be putting this together, and I'm only using hot glue since I am not adding anything heavy. The next thing I will be doing is adding these beautiful picks I got from Walmart. They were 97 cents each. Of course, you can add the greenery of your choice. And because I am not gluing these inside the basket, I did have to remove the pumpkins in order for them to stay nice and straight. I made a bow using the Dollar Tree burlap and some Hobby Lobby ribbon, and look how pretty this looks. I am going to glue it. I then drill 2 holes so like that I can add some nautical rope and I can hang my sign. And that is it for this beautiful harvest decor sign. I love it. It matches the rest of my decor and it looks so high end, and it was so easy and inexpensive to make. For my second DIY, I will be using this long decor sign that Dollar Tree is carrying right now. I'm going to start off by removing the string and this happy fall small sign that's in the front. I'm actually saving this because it's actually pretty. Also, the back was stapled, so I am going to remove some of the staples and use a sand sheet to smooth it out. The next thing I will be doing is giving this one coat of this Waverly chalk paint in white. I will be doing some wood planks just like I did in my first DIY, and then I'm going to do the same exact thing using this long decor sign from Dollar Tree, and also distress it with a Waverly antique wax to make this look more rustic and old. And that is it. I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to work on the pumpkins. And for the pumpkins, I will be using this fall decor. This is the one that has the little footballs and the pumpkins. I took this apart, and once again this is stapled, so I am using the Dollar Tree sand sheet to smooth it out. This decor piece was inspired by Crafts by Caitlin. I know she did one of these last year, but she did do her pumpkins white, and I wanted it to be different, so I did paint mine with the color Celery by the brand Waverly chalk paint. I used the antique wax to paint the stems. I also wanted to kind of recreate the small little green pumpkins that are in my first DIY. I absolutely fell in love with that color of pumpkin, so I was like, you know what, I should do my pumpkins almost just like those, and like that it is going to match my first DIY. So then I'm using some white paint just to draw some lines and make the shape of a pumpkin, or make it look more like a pumpkin. I also splatter some white paint, and I use a paintbrush to do this. Now that everything's nice and dry, I'm going to use my hot glue to glue them, but first I want to arrange them and see where I want them to go. I wanted the center one to be a little bit higher than the other ones, and since I did glue them too far apart, I will be using a popsicle stick that I cut in half. I did stack them so like that it is higher, and then I added the pumpkin on top. I will be using this eucalyptus that I got from Walmart. I am going to cut 4 stems and use 2 stems on each side, and I am not gluing them. All I'm doing is stick them under the pumpkin where there is the space, and they're not gonna fall because I am putting a bow in the middle, and that is going to help them stay up there. Now for the bow, I will be making a messy bow. I have seen these around and I fell in love how they look, so I wanted to try it myself. I did cut several pieces of ribbon that I had, the buffalo check, the Dollar Tree burlap. I also cut this ivory in half, and I made this beautiful messy bow. I don't know where the footage went, but all I did was make excess, and then I tied it with a piece of jute string in the middle. I then glued it underneath the pumpkin in the middle, and like that is going to keep all the greenery in place. And look how beautiful this turned out. For my next DIY, I'm going to use another beautiful piece that my friend sent me, and it is this pumpkin decor thing. I'm not sure if it's a napkin holder or I don't know what this is, but I am going to paint it using the celery Waverly chalk paint. I am using the Waverly antique wax to paint the stem, the stand, and the inside part of the pumpkin. I then use the Waverly antique wax to distress it a little bit, and I use the white chalk paint to add some white to it and the little dots just like the small little pumpkins. I wanted to incorporate some burlap, and I was like, oh, I can use these pieces inside the pumpkin like that. You can see them through the little holes that it has. But to be honest, this wasn't necessary. You can barely see them, but I just still wanted to show you what I did. I then did a small bow just like the one I used in my first DIY, but it was a small version, and then I glued it to the stem. And the last thing I did was add some different greenery to it. And that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time. Bye.